you doing?
University are experiencing the collusion between the university and the imperial state firsthand.
People like Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer see fit to invite Netanyahu to speak when 56% of their voters who are polled believe this is a genocide. It's unforgivable. We are watching and we vote accordingly. And we are watching Biden and we're watching Vice President Harris. And we need a lot better upholding of international and U.S. Leahy laws.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. That quick video clip that I showed you, I believe it was by, I'm gonna go back a little bit. I could have sworn I seen the watermark. Guess is BG on the scene or something like that. But anyway, I came across it today. Came across a few things in the past couple of days, and I felt that I had to make this video for a few reasons. One of the main reasons I'll explain as I go. And I'm gonna play a couple of more clips, just so I can set everything up. You guys been on my channel long enough to know how I do things. So it looks like this riot, okay, at the Capitol, could definitely, in my opinion, be deemed, if I had to, put it in my own words, I'd say an insurrection. Okay, some people are going to be like, what are you talking about? Okay, they're not trying to overturn or overthrow anything, but if people dig deep and start looking at what the mainstream media won't really show, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, and my thing is where are all the Democrats standing against all this rioting? Because it's not protest anymore, in my opinion. And to tell you the truth, I never looked at it as it was a protest. Okay, it was something, in my opinion, that was concocted by the left, and it's something that they're letting fester and grow for whatever agenda that they have behind closed doors. You heard the lady come out and say that she pointed out two key figures, which is Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer. In my opinion, Chuck Schumer being the biggest snake of them all, and I've never held my tongue on saying that. I've said it plenty of times. How that man is still in power, especially in New York, is beyond me. But I'll digress on that. We'll get to that at another time. Before I continue with all this, I do want to thank all my new subscribers and all my subscribers here on YouTube and on Rumble. So don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. And if you can help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and my merch store. And again, I'm leaving the links to the GoFundMe and the Give Send Go to help out my friend Josie and Loza Alexander, who just actually dropped a Trump song 2 days ago, I believe, or yesterday, or it was either yesterday or 2 days ago. I still haven't done a reaction on that. I have to check it out. But with all that being said, a lot of these things, a few things have been happening that has been weighing heavy on me, okay, personally. And I'm going to use these videos, these clips that I'm going to show you, in order to explain where I'm coming from, okay? Because it seems that the video that I dropped yesterday and the day before that, when we put videos out, it'll show how many subscribers we get or we lose during the video. So if there's somebody that's subscribed and they happen to not like the video and they unsubscribe, it shows us you lost a subscriber or you gained X amount of subscribers. Now, if anybody knows me, when I put my content out, okay, I just try to come out as straightforward as I can. But a couple of things have been weighing heavy on me, and I'm going to explain what I mean when I show these next clips, okay? Because the way I see it, when I started this channel, I didn't start this channel to coddle to anyone, okay? I started this channel to spread awareness and to help other people. But if you are going to think that you're going to just have it your way while destroying, okay, and being in cahoots with the powers that be to try to silence someone who's trying to spread awareness, and I'm not just talking about me. Nobody has, I mean, in a sense, nobody has been censoring me. I mean, except for a few comments, and I'm sure a lot of yous agree, because I've been getting emails and messages that comments that are being left are being deleted. But there are other people out there that are being canceled, okay, and they're being canceled by the left and the powers that be, which I find to be very disgusting and is just straight up wicked and evil. I think it goes against our God-given right, okay, and not only our God-given right, but our constitutional rights. But the left doesn't see it like that. The left thinks that they can pretty much say and do whatever the hell they want, okay? And I'll explain one of the things that triggered me to do this video. I was doing some research last night, just checking out stuff on YouTube, and someone put out the movie that came out on Netflix, Civil War, and I watched it. And let me tell you something, if that is not the biggest piece of garbage, okay, the biggest piece of propaganda, garbage, and hate that I've ever seen put in a movie, I don't know what is. So it made me think a lot. Because for I'm not going to say a long time, but for a certain amount of time now, things have been weighing heavy on me and making me think a lot, and I'm just like, you know what, there's a couple of things missing on what I'm doing, but something is just like really there, and I can't put my finger on it. It's like I know what it is, I think I know what it is, but I can't really put my finger on it. So I watched the movie last night. I didn't go looking for it. It just popped up on one of the feeds, and I was like, let me see what this movie's all about. So after watching it, and actually before I watched it, there was a couple of things that I was checking out, and that just basically put the icing on the cake for me, along with another video that I seen this morning that was put out by Black Conservative Perspective, and that's when it hit me, and I was like, I know exactly the main thing that has been weighing heavy on me, on top of some other little things. So here I am putting this video up. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to show a couple of clips, put my thoughts into it, and then I'm going to continue explaining why I put this video up. But here we go. Before I start this video clip, the last one was put out on a channel called The Times and the Sunday Times. So I guess the watermark was the person that was doing the recording, but I want everybody to check out this video right here. This is put up by TOI, I believe. Let me just minimize. Yeah, Times of India. Okay, check. And Times of India. This is what's ironic, that we have, if I had to guess, this is an overseas account or something like that, and they're putting this out. But yet you won't see CNN, MSNBC, the mainstream media, they're not putting this out. But check this out. Okay, and I'm going to stop it right there. Okay, so everybody, you've seen what's going on. They lowered the American flag at the Capitol. Okay. And basically burnt it. And they raised a Palestinian flag. Now, the reason why I call it an insurrection, because basically that's exactly what they basically were trying to fucking say. Down with the American flag, up with the Palestinian flag. To me, and I'm not trying to advocate violence, I don't want anybody to go out there and look at anybody side-eyed and think that just because they come from Palestine or whatever the case is, that they're part of it, because everybody knows that you're going to have two sets of people on every side, every nation, every religion, every culture. You're always going to have two sides, okay? But when you do that on American soil, in my opinion, I find that as an act of war. And like I said, I'm not advocating for war. I think it's It's just straight up horrible. I mean, case in point, look at what's going on between Russia and Ukraine and between Israel and Palestine. But what gets me, and you'll see in the next video that I'm going to show you, you have all these people that are born and raised in America, okay? They're mad at Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel for what's going on in Palestine. So they'll burn the American flag, raise up their flag, but yet has anybody seen any patriotic Americans burning any Palestinian flags? Or better yet, has anybody seen patriotic Americans or other people that are really concerned about this war burning Hamas flags? No. No. I haven't seen a video, and I'm not trying to act ignorant. I just haven't. I haven't seen a video. I haven't even seen or heard or read an article about it. And why? Because the left think that freedom of speech only pertains to them. Okay, now we're going to get into why I'm putting this video together. And there's going to be a little more, so bear with me. I'm a very private person when it comes to a few things, but I'm going to share this with you, okay? My people, my patriotic brothers and sisters, my subscribers, and if anybody new comes on the channel, even if you're from the left and you want to pay attention, pay attention. On July 15th, okay, I do deliveries, okay? And I had to basically give all my information in order to do said deliveries. One of them was also to deliver alcohol on July, and I do it by the book. Okay, I make sure I do it by the book. Okay, on July 15th, I was sent an email saying that my privileges to deliver alcohol were revoked because that I violated one of the guidelines that the company put out, which basically, I mean, just shot my my paycheck, just basically shot it to shit. Okay, but you know, I push forward every day. I try to maintain, but I try to reach out to them to no avail. I emailed and they emailed back. I emailed again, and the email that I got was refrain from messaging back, that they were not going to look any further into it. So I told myself, I'm like, you know, that's pretty fucking rude. So I spoke to a couple of friends. I spoke to a friend of mine. They were like, why don't you get in contact with corporate? So I did. Lo and behold, corporate is in San Francisco. So I spoke to my boy, and he goes, good luck on that. He goes, you're not going to be able to deal with these fucking liberals out there, so just forget it. And I agreed. I said, you know what, you're right. They won't even give me the fucking time of day, because I kept asking, what exactly did I do? Tell me what I did. Which guideline did I screw up on? Give me a chance to defend myself. They won't even do that. They just basically said, no, that's it. You're cut off from that. Fuck your fucking livelihood. We don't give a shit if your paycheck goes down 50, 60%. I'm like, all right, fair enough. Fuck you back. Okay? Sorry. So that was like the first, you know, one of the things that, you know, that was kind of weighing heavy on me. I'm like, you know what, I'll figure out a way. But it showed me that there are some people that you just can't deal with because they don't want to deal with you. They just want to do shit their way, and that's it. They don't care. Now, I know some people would say, well, how do you know that they're like this, this, and this? Well, I don't know. I mean, the shoe just fits. You accuse me of something. You don't tell me what it is that I did. You go and you take action against me. You won't even let me defend myself. Come to find out, you're in probably one of the biggest liberal spots in America. If the shoe fits, wear it. It's just the way I see it. So now we're going forward a little bit. yesterday, no, when I put out the video of the Marine rapper, I got nothing. I got what, over 2,000-3,000 views on it, or whatever the case is. I got a lot of subscribers, people, leaving great messages. One particular person left a nasty message, so I responded. Excuse me, I left it on if anybody wants to go check it out. But the message is there. It doesn't get banned or censored by YouTube. Meanwhile, I've had many of you guys, and you guys know, leave me messages and also emailing me telling me that your messages have been deleted, and you have sent me screenshots and copies word for word, and there is nothing derogatory, nothing that goes against anything that what I would think the average person would consider to be bad, but it was censored. So now, as everything is building up, I'm watching all this. We've got people protesting at the Capitol, okay? Burning flags, putting up graffiti, breaking stuff, attacking cops, all kinds of shit. The mainstream media and the powers that be on the left, they don't see that as a problem. They can accuse anybody of whatever they want, like, the people at January 6th, people like me, whatever, we can say and do whatever the fuck it is we want. We're going to censor you, we're going to cut into your livelihood, whatever we want. But the people that are out there causing all the chaos, since they're on their side, it's okay. Right? So, fast forward a little more, come yesterday and today, I'm looking at all this and I'm like, you know what? I know what's been missing since I started my channel, and it hasn't been very long. I've just noticed a pattern that it's getting to the point that because so many people are leaving comments, or even when I speak to people outside of me doing a video, everybody's got a fucking trigger word. Everybody has their panties in a bunch. Everybody fucking thinks that words are dangerous, words are disrespectful, words are this, words are that, words are violent. Okay? But yet, our president nearly got his head shot off, and it was, what, a day or two, 3 days before people on the left started with their nastiness, with their disgusting comments, tweets, and I'm talking all over social media, from on the YouTube channel Midas Touch. If they had 10,000 comments, every single comment was the most disgusting fucking piece of shit. Nobody's getting censored. On X, the same thing. Nobody's getting censored. On the mainstream media, same thing. On TikTok, same thing. Nobody's getting censored. Because they pretty much think that they can say and do whatever they want. Okay? So this is going on. You heard the lady in the video talking about Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. Everybody knows that these people that have been protesting are actually protesting against their own, protesting against the left, but the left won't say nothing. Regardless of who's getting hurt, who's getting beat up, who's being threatened, they won't say nothing. They won't say a damn thing. Okay? So I'm going to show the next video, and I'm going to continue this as I go along. Here we go. Okay, now this video clip is by Black Conservative Perspective, and this panel here is talking about Kamala Harris and how Donald Trump is basically putting her down and stuff like that. Okay, I want you to listen to what they have to say, and keep in mind, okay, that what I said before about how the left, they talk so much about that people need to, that words are violent, okay, but not when it pertains to them. that they don't believe in censorship when it comes to them, but when it comes to others, like me and millions of others, that's when it should take effect. Check this out.
Democrats writ large that weren't sure how to defend her against the racism and sexism that was coming.
They're not going to have to. If Donald Trump keeps speaking like that, I can tell you that for women, you look at that, it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, you go, how dare he? That is the Vice President of the United States. She's an accomplished woman. A bum, it's projection. He's talking about himself. This is coming from a guy who has been, bankrupt how many times, whose daddy had to give him money to start what he was doing, whose daddy had to bail him out when he was bankrupt, who has, he's a 34-count convicted felon who is under indictment for stealing national security secrets, for who has to pay $500 million because of business fraud. You want to talk about a bum? How dare he speak to her like that? And I can tell you right now that there are women in this country who are sick and tired of mediocre men like Donald Trump failing up because of their daddy's money. And you're going to come out here and talk about women? And that goes across racial lines.
Not stand for the disrespect.
They're not going to stand for that. They're tired of it. They're tired of men standing on women's shoulders and taking credit for it at the same time, too.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there real quick and put my thoughts into that, because she's talking about, you heard what she said. But now I have a question. I have a couple of questions. Number one, she's talking about that. But since day one, back in 2016, all they did was call Donald Trump a racist. Okay? A homophobe, a xenophobe, Hitler. As of recent, they're calling him a rapist. Okay? So while all this protest is going on, where all these pro-Palestinians and all these so-called American patriots they're not, because if you're a patriot, you don't burn your own flag. But they're out there burning flags. They're out there raising a flag from another country, and to them, that's freedom of speech. Trump calling Kamala Harris a bum is wrong. Me having one of you guys, one of my subs, leaving a comment, it gets censored. Okay? They make it seem, and it's not even like they're making it seem, it's basically flat in our face. They just threw it right in our face. We want this country for ourselves. And if, in my opinion, if they had their own way, they don't want America. They just don't. Like I said, when I seen that movie Civil War, it was basically, it was just showing, it was so fucking disgusting. It was showing the left against the right. People were saying that's not what it is. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see all the Easter eggs that were put into that movie. And a lot of it in the movie, okay, within, I'd say after like the first, well, I'm going to say up until maybe the last 40 minutes of the movie, I counted 5 LGBT Easter eggs in that movie. Okay? And one scene in particular, 2 scenes that really bothered me, was the beginning, the opening scene in the opening, where there's people protesting. It shows a bunch of cops trying to hold people back. They're begging for water, this and that. It shows one girl sitting down, and if you haven't seen it, I'm saying what I got to say. I know some people say, well, don't tell us. No, I'm going to say it. I don't give a shit, because you know what? This is America. I have the right to say whatever the hell I want. It shows a girl sitting down. She puts on her backpack. You already know that she's up to no good. But it cuts from one scene to still the same main scene, and then all of a sudden it shows her running in slow motion with the American flag into the crowd and blows everybody up. Okay? Another scene, it shows 2 snipers that are pinned down while the main characters of the movie are trying to get away from somebody that was locked up in their house shooting at them. And I'm looking at the scene, I'm like, this scene looks kind of weird, but it keeps showing close up, and next thing you know, it shows both snipers. One of them has fruity color hair, the other one has something going on. When it shows the sniper ready to pull the trigger, his nails are painted pink, purple, whatever. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, yeah, I see what this is. This is basically a movie of showing how the left feels and what they want to do. And then the main scene, if nobody's seen it, is that they go in and they go after the president, who is a president that throughout the movie they're saying that he's in his third term. Where have we heard that before? Coming from the left. Saying that Donald Trump wants to be dictator. He wants to stay longer and longer and longer. I mean, so I'm looking at all this, and it's clicking in my head after seeing this video that BCP put out. So now we're going to get to this, and I'll explain some more. Here we go.
So I'm telling you, let Trump and MAGA keep this up. Women are looking at this and saying enough is enough is enough. Okay,
hold on one second. Let me go back a little bit so you can hear where she came up before she said let Trump and MAGA keep this up. MAGA meaning me, you, any patriotic American. This is coming from this woman's mouth. Okay? Let me go back. Here we go.
How dare he speak to her like that? And I can tell you right now that there are women in this country who are sick and tired of men, mediocre men like Donald Trump failing up because of their daddy's money. And then you're going to come out here and talk about women? Enough. And that goes across racial lines.
Will not stand for the disrespect.
They're not going to stand for that. They're tired of it. They're tired of men standing on women's shoulders and taking credit for it at the same.
They're tired of men standing on women's shoulders and taking credit for it. You mean like the LGBTQ community, where they have all these so-called transgender women beating up on other women, taking their safe spaces or whatever else you want to call it? As a matter of fact, when I put out my video about the Olympics, I was wrong, because video has come out that a woman from Mexico was fighting in one of the boxing matches in the Olympics. The video's coming out now. They actually gave the okay for a transgender man to fight her, and he beat the shit out of her. I don't see nobody from the left complaining about that. Now, people may say, well, it wasn't an American woman, but wait a minute. You're all in this together. From America to Europe to all over the place. You leftists are fucking in this together. Okay? Because when there's people in other countries like Australia or Japan or wherever that are supporting Trump and us American patriots, here in America, you leftists have something to say. But now you got nothing to say. You're over here saying that we're tired of men standing on the shoulders of women. But why don't you say something about that? Why don't you say something about all the men in America, all these men that are too damn weak to be men, so they just want to go into a woman's space, okay? Violating them, treating them like dirt, making women say, no, I'm a woman, you better say it. Where's your vitriol now? They won't. So while all this is going on and all this protest is going on in the Capitol, they're worried about Donald Trump calling Kamala Harris a bum. And it gets better, because this is where I realized, you know what? Not even the Republicans, or I shouldn't say the Republicans, a lot of Republican officials and people that have an outlet don't have the balls to stand up and say something. Here we go.
Time too. So I'm telling you, let Trump and MAGA keep this up. Women are looking at this and saying enough is enough is enough. We're going to save this democracy, I'm telling you right now.
You're going to destroy it.
Meanwhile,
how you think that will resonate with women when she is called nasty and crazy and a ding dong and all, and disrespectful between you and the president, what has been said about her. I'm just wondering, do you worry how that comes across? And maybe you draw no distinction between a female candidate and a male, and that's fair game, but that this could hurt you with female voters with these type of comments.
well, let me say it again.
Sure.
The vice president is a candidate for president of the United States. I don't care about her gender. Neil, maybe you do, but I don't. I don't care about her race. I care about her
Then
competence.
why call her a ding-dong?
And I'm telling you what the polling shows. I'm telling you what the polling shows. And it does. And I'll be glad to sit down with you and walk you through the polls.
Please do, because I never know when it's constructive to call people names, Senator. On the left or the right. But
I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, but...
All right, guys, so I really take no pleasure.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. I'll play the rest. Now, I try to get my information on different news feeds and all that. And like I said, but when I came across this, I was like, okay, this is perfect for what I want to say. For something that's been weighing heavy on me. Now, Neil Cavuto is over here saying, why the insults towards Kamala Harris? Okay, and if anybody knows Kennedy from Louisiana, there ain't no hair on that man's tongue. Okay? And compared to what people on the left say about people on the right, excuse me, like you just heard the woman before, she said Donald Trump and MAGA better watch themselves. That sounds like a damn threat, but I'm going to digress on that. Neil Cavuto thinks that, oh no, we shouldn't be using bad words to describe people. And you know what? And in a way he is right. Because you shouldn't have to look at somebody and belittle them, demean them, degrade them, just because you don't like them. But here's the thing. Since Donald Trump decided, forget about Donald Trump for this moment in 2016. Let's go back to the great divider-in-chief back in 2008. When that man became president, that's where all this started. Little by little, little by little, little by little. Okay? Taking rights away from one section of society and emboldening another section of society. Which, fast forwarding up to now, like I'm saying, something that was weighing heavy on me, and this basically reminded me, was that when I started this channel, it was to help people, to spread awareness. It wasn't to coddle people's feelings. Okay? Now, the last two videos I put out, I obviously pulled a nerve. If any of you subscribers out there, any of my people in my family out there, you guys being my family, leave it in the comments what you think. What I had said wrong for 2 subscribers to leave after watching my video. Because it just seems that everybody is so fucking sensitive these days. And then you have people like Neil Cavuto, who I like watching him, but after today, it's not going to happen. Okay? That instead of him just having, the balls to be like, you know what? I understand that you guys use bad words, but let's not stoop to that level. They're garbage. This and that. No, it's like, no, we shouldn't do that. We should not do that. And I said it once and I'll say it again. Sometimes you have to speak to people the way they speak to you. The way they address you is the way you got to speak to them. You want kindness, you got to treat me with kindness. Because I try to treat everybody with kindness. I try to initiate it first. But if you're going to treat me like a dog, if you're going to treat me like shit, well, guess what? That's exactly how you're going to get treated back. And this is the problem in society right now, that when you have people now bending the knee like Neil Cavuto saying, it's wrong to call Kamala Harris a ding-dong, and Kennedy comes out and says, well, I mean, I'm sorry if you got offended, that's just the way it is. It's called freedom of speech. And I've been catching myself on my channel censoring myself, and I'm thinking this is what's been bothering me, because I'm too busy trying to please everybody, because I have a movement that I want to go on to help people, and then I put out content, and I see subscribers leaving after watching the video, and then I'm looking at all this on this going on around us on mainstream media, on the news, on social media, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna feed into this shit. I caught myself, and I'm like, no. Okay? And Kennedy and BCP explain it the best. Check this out.
And making this video, but I have to because Fox News is apparently upset with Republicans for Kamala Harris' mean names. And stories like this really, really, really annoy me because it reminds me of what I really don't like about the Republican Party, okay? Because when Democrats accuse them of racism, sexism, bigotry, which they do for literally everything, okay? Because Democrats don't want to debate the policies. They do that as a way to distract and to deflect. Republicans fall for it, handicapping themselves in regards to how they can attack Democrats. However, Democrats never handicap themselves in regards to how they can attack Republicans, regardless of whose feelings get hurt, okay? But it seems as if Republicans have to care about people's feelings and whether or not their feelings get hurt, while Democrats do not have to care about whose feelings they hurt. They're just going to say whatever their base wants to hear, right? Whatever they want, okay, in order to get votes. And that's it, right? Doesn't matter how hateful it is. Doesn't matter how bigoted it is. Doesn't matter how racist it is. They just say whatever they want. They never back down, okay? But Republicans, they always have to take the high road. Now, again, I'm not entirely sure why that is the case, okay? But I'm sick and tired of it, right? And these videos I'm going to talk about today are a prime example of what I'm talking about, because you would expect an outlet like MSNBC to be boohoo-whining and crying about Trump calling Kamala Harris a bum, which Kamala Harris is a bum compared to Trump. By definition, I mean, Trump is a billionaire, okay? Kamala Harris is a politician, right? If you haven't figured out by now, it's not really the politicians running the country. It's the people that, you know, pay the politicians, okay, that buy the politicians. Those are the people that are actually really running the country, okay? Let's keep it 100. They threw Joe Biden out, okay? The plutocrats are the ones that are really in charge here. And rest assured, Kamala Harris is just another puppet.
Exactly.
But my point here is that I expect MSNBC to get upset about Trump attacking Kamala and to boohoo-whine and cry bigotry and hate. Okay, that's expected at the end of the day.
Yep.
Right? That outlet is fully Trump deranged. I understand it. I get it. What I don't expect is for Fox News to boohoo-whine and cry about how Republican rhetoric could possibly hurt the feelings of liberal women who are not going to vote for Trump anyways. But that is something that Fox News wants to talk to Republicans about on their platform today.
Look, this is anecdotal, but I've been hearing a lot from women. They are not happy with what Trump has been saying and some of the language that he's using about Kamala Harris. It's insulting. Should he tone down his language?
I think what we should do is let's look at the message. Are we trying to get our country back on course? Are we trying to stop what's going on at the border? Are we trying to stop the raping and the killing of Americans across the country? Are we tired?
But hold on a
of
second,
Americans
Congressman. I mean, I've been out and about over the weekend, and when Donald Trump called Kamala Harris dumb, that was a profound mistake, in my opinion.
Okay, that was a profound mistake because he called her a bum. But if you look at what's going on social media, okay, there are a lot of people on the left that are fed up with the Democrat Party, and they're saying a hell of a lot worse than that about Kamala Harris. But they won't do anything about it. They won't say nothing. They won't point it out. Okay? Early in the video, you've seen the woman saying that they have a beef with Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. Nothing from the mainstream media about that. But if I, on my channel, and I'm probably going to offend a few people, and if you wind up leaving the channel, I understand. But what's been way heavy on me is that I've always had to say, I've always said what I wanted to say. I know when to tone it down. I know when to be cordial. I know what kind of language to use around certain people. But if I want to say that I think Kamala Harris is a stupid fucking broad, that's exactly what I really want to say on my channel. If I want to say that Nancy Pelosi is fucking batshit crazy, I should have the right to say it. And I've been noticing that I've been censoring myself. And that's not going to happen anymore. I am going to say what I want to say. You know why? Because this is my channel. I started this channel, okay, not to hurt people's feelings. I started this channel to help people, to spread awareness. But now, all this censorship is not only spilling over where the left is basically doing whatever the hell they want and say whatever the hell they want. Now you have people like Neil Cavuto and this gentleman right here, and like I said, I love watching their shows, but not anymore. Now they're like, oh, we're listening from women. They don't like what it is, what Trump is saying. Okay, I get it. But it almost seems like, in my opinion, that, I don't know, they're being bought out. Now they're attacking what Trump is saying. Now I understand that they went out there, they thought it was wrong for people to be calling Donald Trump a rapist and all kinds of stuff like that. I get it. You don't want the left saying that. But has the left given up on vilifying people? Once again, in the beginning of the video, you heard the woman say that Trump and MAGA better watch it. I've seen TikTok videos, okay, of officials and even newscasters on the left making threats to people on the right, telling us to tread lightly, be careful how we walk. I mean, shit, somebody just tried to assassinate Donald Trump. And not even a couple of days later, they were right back at it, destroying him. And now the new thing is that Kamala Harris is surging in the polls. So it's just, whatever it is that they want to say, whatever threats they want to make, whatever lies they want to put out, they can do it. But then I want to put out content. I feel like I got to censor myself. And this is weighing heavy on me when I wanted to start my channel to spread awareness and go against this. Because if everybody else has the right to say what they want to say, I feel that I have the right to say what I want to say too. I'm not forcing anybody to come on my channel. Okay? But if I put out something about the Olympics and I'm pointing out the bullshit that the left is doing, not only here in America, but overseas, the way they're attacking my religion, okay, the way they're attacking women's spaces, the way they're sexualizing children, and you want to leave my channel? Good luck. Go kick rocks. Because if you find that offensive, okay, or anything I say, I don't need you on my channel. I'm not saying to be on my channel that you have to have a potty mouth, whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if I got motherfucking something to say, I'm going to say it. And I expect somebody else to be the same way. If they have something to say against me, then just say it. But don't be two-faced. Don't wait for that one video for something that I said or that I put together to offend you and leave. Because you're being just as fucking fake as Neil Cavuto and this man right here. You're being just as fake as every Republican that is against Donald Trump, saying that, oh, we're Republicans, we're conservatives, we're this, we're that. But let's not, let's not go there. Let's not point out their faults. Why? You don't have the balls to do it? What are you afraid of? Everybody has the right to say what they want. At least that's the way the left sees it. So here it is. Okay? If anybody thinks that by me calling Kamala Harris a stupid-ass broad is bad, you need to hear what people on her side are saying about her. Especially the people that are leaving. If you think that Donald Trump calling her a bum, or that Kennedy from Louisiana is calling her a ding-dong, if people do their research and find out what they're saying, people on the left about Biden and Kamala Harris and other people on the left, political officials, what I'm saying is nothing. What Trump is saying is nothing. Okay? I mean, I like I said, it's been weighing heavy on me for a long time, and I'm like, you know what? I didn't start this channel to coddle to nobody. If I offend anybody, then I will apologize, because that was never my intention. But if you're going to think that I have to, I've got 2,270 subscribers. And I thank you all for subscribing. And I want it to grow and grow and grow. I try to answer emails as much as I can. I try to jump on them as quick as I can. There's going to be a time that when this channel keeps growing, okay, with God's protection, okay, because I do pray for this channel not to be censored, because when I speak about standing up for women, I'm not just talking about women that are conservative. I'm talking about women on the right and the left. A rapist doesn't ask a woman her political stance before he wants to rape her. Okay? When I say that I want this channel to grow so I can spread awareness and I want to help women and people with men with cancer, it does not mean only one side. Okay, because if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to go out there and grab some money and say here, I'm not going to ask them what's their political affiliation, but that's the way society wants it to be. Everybody knows I am a Trump supporter, I am a conservative, I vote Republican. I want nothing to do with the Democrat Party. Nothing. Okay? Nothing to do with them. But at the same time, I'm not going to let people make me feel like I got to start censoring myself. That I have to cater to every single subscriber individually, because that is not how it goes. I am trying to put out content and trying to get a base, a family that agree with me. And if you don't, then fine. Say something. Leave a comment. Let's talk about it. But if you don't, you want to leave because you think that I'm offensive, like I said, then go kick fucking rocks. Plain and simple. Okay? And after watching all this, after watching what happened at the Olympics, after watching them take down the American flag and put up the Palestinian flag and talk about this is our country, or Americans saying we're doing this for democracy, where was your anger, okay, when innocent people were being murdered back in the so-called summer of love? Where was your anger, okay, with Biden sending billions of dollars to Ukraine? Where is your anger, okay, with the way the economy's going? No, the left has so many different anger levels and so many different sections that now I see it spilling over into the Republican Party. And now it's all about censorship. They tried to assassinate the President of the United States. And you want people to watch what they say? To watch how they think? Well, I for one am not. Okay? Like I said, do I want to lose subscribers? No, I don't. But if you're going to go, then you obviously were on the wrong channel. You obviously don't know what it is to be free. And that's what's been weighing heavy on me, that I'm trying to censor myself, and I'm like, wait a minute. I am not trying to instill violence on anyone. I am not trying to promote it. Anybody knows my content, I say it all the time. Life is precious. I don't want no wars. I don't want nothing like that. Do I think that what's going on between Israel and Palestine is bad? Of course, but there's people dying on both sides. But who started that damn fight? Hamas started that fight. Now we got motherfuckers in the Capitol graffitiing fucking Hamas on statues, taking down the American flag, putting up the Palestinian flag. Okay, how would you like it if I burned the fucking Palestinian flag because of what Hamas did? Oh, can't do that because it's racist. Can't do that. But we got people in this country on both sides that, in my opinion, they don't love this country. They don't. And this is why I, in all honesty, I stand with the way Donald Trump thinks, not even sometimes, almost all the time. Can he be a little outlandish? Yeah, but they're words. He may say something I don't like. Whatever. But when you got people on the left, I mean, just looking to kill people on the right, and they're saying, and just attacking people on the right physically, I mean, all kinds of ways, and people on the left are saying, oh, that's just freedom of speech. Oh, well, you guys started it, knowing that it's a damn lie. And then people on the right now saying, well, don't you think that kind of tone is kind of, you know, hurtful? You need to, like, really check your damn priorities, man. Because all it shows is that you're giving into that damn censorship. And I, for one, am not giving into that. Okay? And like I said, listen, my channel is open. I mean, if I can reach 1 million hardcore patriots to join my channel and join all the other patriotic channels, that's what needs to be done. That would be great, because the left has got a foothold on so many people that it's like, you can't say this, but we can, and I'm calling bullshit. It's like, no, if you can say it, I can say it. Plain and simple. If you want to go act out physically, I'm not saying for us to go and do that. Not at all. I'm not going to do it, but if you come and attack me physically, that's going to be your ass. Do I want that? Definitely not. But at the same time, I don't need you telling me that I can't say what I want to say and or censoring just a regular comment on my channel from people that just have an opinion. And now the right is going to start following. Now they're going to start pussyfooting the way the left is doing all this and start giving in. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. So this is why I wanted to put this out. It may be a little off the wall to some people. I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know. I just think that, you know what? I think enough is enough. I think it's all bullshit. Okay? I didn't, like I said, I didn't start this channel to coddle to people. I started this channel to help people, to spread awareness. Okay? What's going on in this country, excuse me, what's going on in society worldwide, it's just it's all being instigated by the left, and they're just trying to make it seem like everybody needs to watch what they say, but we can pretty much say and do what we want. And I'm sorry, that's not the way I was raised. That's not why I started this channel. And I'll say it here on video, on camera, and if somebody stops me in the street, I'll fucking say it to their face too. Go kick fucking rocks. I know how I live my life. I know what I've been through. I don't give a shit. That's just the way it is. You don't like what I say? Don't watch my content. Plain and simple. I wore this shirt today again. Go fuck your safe space. I've had tons of people stare at me. I could have sworn I even see some women looking at me all angrily. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. This is America. Okay? You want to burn the American flag? You can shove your flag up your ass. Okay? And in the videos, I give kudos to the cops that were trying to fight these people off. But where are the Democrats that are fighting for democracy? Where are they condemning what those insurrectionists did at the Capitol? Because that's the way I see it. You come to this country, you pull down, or you're born and raised in this country, you pull down the American flag and put up the flag to another country, that's an insurrectionist in my eyes. That's the way I see it. But in their eyes, no. It's all freedom of speech. So, since it's freedom of speech, this is my video about freedom of speech. Plain and simple. Anyway, that's what I got for you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. And if you can help support the channel, I'll leave a link in my description to my Cash App and my merch store, TrueOutlawPatriot.com. So remember, people, stay vigilant, keep praying for each other, keep praying for the children and this country, pray for your enemies, and for Donald Trump. Peace.